goodness gracious, that's big cotton. It's got squares in it. Hit this switch, and that pump will start pumping it. Today is June 30th. We are going to be running our fertilizer rig today. We've got some drip cotton that hasn't had any fertilizer put on it yet. And we don't really have any means to pump fertilizer through the drip tape. So we use this Coulter rig. It's got a little nozzle here that injects the fertilizer into the ground. We've got 3200 in that tank, which is nitrogen, 32% nitrogen. We're actually waiting on some different nozzles. This is set up right now for 50 units, which is 14 gallons per acre. And we're gonna need to be putting out 28 gallons per acre. So we're gonna hit it heavy with one shot. Albert's been working on this rig this morning, kind of greasing it, making sure everything's good to go. Make sure all our plumbing was nice and tight, that we don't have any leaks anywhere. Hauled this in the little yellow trailer, 11.06 pounds per gallon. So 1,250 gallons is right at 14,000 pounds. So it gets to be pretty heavy if you carry much more than that. I have a little bit left, and what's left in this tank, we're gonna take to a drip right quick that has the means of running fertilizer through it. Some chances of rain coming later this afternoon. We had some rain in between. We had 3 or 4 fields that got a really good rain. So super big blessing. Hopefully we'll catch us a rain up north tonight or tomorrow. Here goes Cheeto. He's hauling water. While that's pumping, I was going to show you all a little bit of this crop. Definitely growing. Still a little choppy, which we kind of knew that and expected that. We got some dwarf plants. Right here is one of those that, you know, took a pretty good direct hit with a hail. This plant got its terminal clipped out. As you can see, it's trying to green up on the side. Probably won't make much cotton, this particular plant, but it's really nice to get to see a green glow across the field. The milo is what we're actually fertilizing right now. Cotton needs fertilizer and water on it. Probably got about 10 more days on it before we'll be giving it the juice. Starting to make heads, starting to tiller. You can see a lot of these little boots right here. This is called a boot. And this has actually got a head right here tucked inside of it. If I pull that leaf back, you can see that head inside there. And it'll pop out and it'll look like that. So some of these heads are starting to bloom. We got a little bit of variation here because we did replant this. Some of this stuff you're seeing that's headed is the older milo, and the newer milo is just now trying to shoot its head out. So real curious to see what the milo crop does. If we were to catch an inch, 2-inch rain, be perfect on this type of crop. You can still see some of the leaves down in the bottom of these plants. Pretty tattered up down there. That's where the hail got in it. But the new leaves look good. Super excited to see what the milo crop does. That's why we're pumping the fertilizer to it. This fertilizer, right now, we're putting it in this tank, and we're actually putting it through the drip system. Where Albert's gonna be taking the Coulter later, it's a drip, but we don't have a tank and a pump or electricity to run the fertilizer through the tape. So we use a mechanical style and just apply it with Coulter. But we're really hoping we can catch us a rain, water all that stuff in. Things are looking up. This past week, I haven't filmed a lot. We've been, well, we finished cutting wheat. Y'all got to see all that. I've been spraying wheat stubble for like 5-6 days straight. Had catch a lot of winds, got a lot of crops. Got cotton, milo, and then wheat all on the same fields. So it's really hard to buffer in all that and not hit anything. Just finished that up this morning. Had one little baby load left to put out. So feel really good about it. As you can see the clouds in the sky. Hopefully we'll get some favorable weather. We're about 400 gallons right there, which is just right. We only have one zone left on this to have our fertilizer put out equally. That's why I had to top the tank off. So the fertilizer is connected through this tube. It goes through this pump. This pump pumps it. It goes right through this tube and it injects it into this 6-inch pipe, which then distributes out to the zones equally. Right now we're running one zone at a time, so we're on zone number 4. 5 and 6 is where the milo is. The cotton is on zone 1, 2, and 3. So we've just been watering milo, fertilizing milo. The time has arrived. We got our tips changed. We're gonna try to put out 27, 28 gallons per acre. We don't really know where it's gonna land. Should be pretty close to that. We got 580 gallons loaded of 3200. This is my dad's rig, 8220, and his Coulter rig. He's got 50 acres to do right behind that little 21 acre patch that I've got. So we're gonna hop in here and we're gonna go fertilize some cotton and hopefully have a productive day. Oh yeah, sounds like a 20. I'm gonna have to adjust my steering wheel there a little bit. Okay, let's fold it up. So we're in a little bit of a hurry today, mainly because there's a chance of rain coming. I was telling my dad this weekend, that's why I'm ended up using his tractor. I don't really have a tractor available right now due to one's in a mud hole, one's hooked onto a cultivator. The other tractor doesn't have a hammer strap to hook this Coulter rig on. We're gonna use the 4560. But I didn't realize he had 50 acres to follow right behind me, so he said, I'll just hook it on my tractor. Y'all run your 21 acres and then jump to his field right behind that. So it's gonna work out perfect. The tractor's full of diesel, should be good to go. We gotta travel about 3 miles from here. Then we'll be to the patch and I'll kind of show y'all what we have going on and what we're doing and why we're doing it. I'm making my very first pass. We're rolling 8 miles an hour, which I kind of feel like is maybe moving on a little fast. That's what all the cotton should look like. We're gonna have to jump in here and spray this pretty soon with a PGR, plant growth regulator. Try to keep this cotton a little bit short. Sticking 100 units of 32 on it, so hopefully that will help it out. Got a lot of milo planted up here, as you can see. Really could use the rain. I'm gonna stop, pick the fertilizer rig up. Let's go look. So those Coulters just go through the ground and put a little slice. You can see that slice? And then the nozzle on the back shoots that fertilizer right in that hole. And that's how we get the fertilizer into the ground. Now there's some of it that'll splash around, but I just want to show y'all some of this cotton. This was unaffected by the hail, and I mean, my goodness gracious, that's big cotton. It's got squares in it. This right here is what's going to turn into a bloom in a cotton boll. The old timers say if you have blooms by the 4th, you're doing good. I don't think we'll have any blooms by the 4th. Beautiful, beautiful cotton patch right here. It's pretty wild how big the cotton is compared to what y'all seen earlier in the video where it got held on. Pulling this trailer is a little bit difficult because you kind of have to cut the corner every time. So just the narrow rows are where we're putting the fertilizer, because that's where our water source is going to be watering this cotton this summer. And that way the roots will naturally gravitate to that drip tape underneath the ground. And that's where we want to concentrate our fertilizer, because the plant has a lot better chance and getting that fertilizer where we're going to apply the water. This is the milo. Y'all have seen me cultivate 2 times. It's where we came back in and replanted it. And boy, howdy, is it starting to really shape up. We've been watering on this pretty hard. I don't know if we're getting out the right amount of stuff or not. It's about half the field and we got a lot left in the tank. We get into this every year with this coulter, trying to get out 100 units and we can't. I think the pump is too small. 2 farms up here looking really nice on the cotton side of things. Hopefully we'll catch a rain, fill in those droughtier spots of milo. Man, the Lord has had his hand in everything we've done this year. I know we've had some hell and some bad luck with that stuff, but I feel just super blessed. Thankful for the Lord and all that he has done for me and my family, and just guiding and directing me through all the battles we've went through in the past month. We've been farming hard every day. We haven't had any slow moments going on, but that's just kind of part of farming. When you sign up to be a farmer, you sign up for a lot. Generally, we try to get all our water started on this irrigated cotton by July 4th, which is just 4 days away. Really, the limiting factor out here in West Texas, it's not fertility, it's not your chemical program, it's not when you plant, how you plant it. It's solely based on the amount of water you can put on your crop. If you don't get any rain, your crop will struggle. So it's been a true blessing this year just to catch the rain that we have. Had some rain in April and in May, early July or early June, which that was the storms that were pretty rough on us. But all in all, I think it's turning in to be a pretty well thumbs up as of today. Now we have a lot of growing season ahead of us, so it'll be interesting to see how this stuff turns out. We can generally irrigate up into August pretty good, and then once this cotton really starts asking for the water, we need some August rain. We always say it doesn't matter what your cotton looks like until August. It's the amount of water you can put on in the month of August is what matters the most for high yields. But we got a lot in the making. Hopefully it'll all work out. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on until we get it all done and find out how it ends up. Cotton farming's a pretty well a full-time job. You know, like these milo crops and stuff, you know, we planted them and sprayed them and that's all we've done. But this cotton, we planted it, we've sprayed it, we've fertilizing it. Now we're gonna have to turn around and plow it. We'll have to come back and spray it again. We're gonna water it all summer, spray it 2 more times, and then defoliate it and then harvest it. So cotton is a challenging crop just because there's a lot of pieces and a lot of parts that go into growing a cotton crop. Whereas milo, you know, you kind of plant it, spray it, fertilize it, and then it gets too big to do much to it, and then we come in and cut it with a combine. So if you have a weed out in the field, you know, it doesn't matter. Cotton's real sensitive to weeds, cotton strippers are. You can start fires in your stripper and burn your crop up. So cotton's very flammable, so you don't want to do that. We're just gonna keep putting out fertilizer until it starts raining. Well, I feel like a monster in this pickup. My head's hitting the ceiling. Albert came over to jump on the coulter rig. I'm going back over to the barn. We're not getting out the right amount. We've finished the field and we still got 200 gallons of fertilizer left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add about 180 to 200 gallons of water, and then we're just gonna do it again, and that way we get all our product out right where we want it. What we ended up just doing is blending 200 gallons with our fertilizer that we had left over, because what we're gonna have to do is just applicate this field again. We're gonna have to cover it once more. Luckily, it's only 21 acres. So by blending it off, we gave it essentially what it used the first time, and it should cover it the second time, and it'll get the additional piece out of it. So I just realized our little tire's slipping. I'm sure y'all got to see that. What y'all get to see is not what I'm actually seeing. So that tire slipping might be affecting that. We tried to turn it and it's got a hard spot in that pump. So I don't really know. But we're gonna let Albert just stay after it there and run this field once more and take this water truck back. And I don't know, it's so pretty out. I've got 56 acres over here that I might try to load up a load of spray. Well, in the background over there, there's Cheeto. He's cleaning out the planter. Loaded me up a 60-acre load, and we're gonna go spray some wheat stubble. This is in the first combine video. Spraying pretty slow. I want to keep my pressure really low, and that way we keep the fines from getting out of this boom. We want just our chemical just to hit the ground. We've got milo on two sides of this third of a pivot, and we got cotton on the south side and cotton that touches the north side. So I kind of got a little circle here we're trying to spray right in the middle of 4 crops that don't need this chemical on it. It's taking our time. We're going really slow, going 7.8 miles an hour. We adjust our pressure by our speed. The faster you go, the faster the pressure. That way you get an even rate put out. So you can set your rate at like 10 gallons per acre. And you can go 10, 12 miles an hour, but you're gonna run a higher pressure because it's gotta put more stuff out faster. So the slower you go, the slower it applies, but that means there's less pressure on your boom. We're running 10 gallons per acre right there. Just really taking our time, trying to clean this up, make everything look nice and pretty. Spraying for tumbleweeds, kochia weeds, careless weeds, which is a pigweed. There's some morning glory out here. Volunteer cotton. This was a cotton field last year, so there is cotton out here. Just anything that's green, we want to kill it, and we want to try to lay this stubble by for the rest of the summer. We're not going to double crop on this. We'll follow this with milo next spring. We'll move the wheat behind the cotton, and then we'll put the cotton behind the milo. So it's kind of a different rotation. Generally, in the past, we've always ran our cotton behind our wheat stubble. But last year, we've seen a pretty good increase of yield on our milo following the wheat stubble. And the wheat has an increased yield following the cotton because the cotton's getting watered all summer and fertilized. So the wheat gets carryover fertilizer from the cotton crop. And the milo just seemed to be better chasing the wheat. And the cotton, we pour the coal to the cotton anyway. So I don't know that the rotation helps the cotton much, but the cotton does fare behind milo. So that's kind of been our rotation on like this particular farm. And on some of the dryland farms, I've been following wheat with milo and then follow milo with cotton and then right back into wheat. I don't know, it seemed to work the past 2 years, so we're gonna keep on with that program. That's the only problem with it is you got to get the wheat planted before November 15th to be insured. And as y'all can tell, we need insurance here due to massive storms that kind of come rolling through twice a year. But as long as we get it planted before November 15th, we start the water on it and get it going and kind of rotate that direction. Well, we're playing pickup switcheroo. Cheeto brought Albert to pick up. I brought Dad. Dad's going to drive the tractor. Albert's going to take his pickup. Cheeto's going to ride with me. Now we get to go clean the sprayer off. I think we finally officially kind of hit a milestone in the year of catching up. We will have some more cotton to be spraying. We got a lot of cotton to cultivate and a lot of cotton to fertilize. We'll get in that next week. This is the week of the 4th. So I'm not sure what the week will progress into, but hopefully it progresses into rain. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. If you enjoy farming content, you're in the right spot right here in West Texas on a cotton farm. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're interested in more of that. Remember that the Lord's in control to wear more cotton. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.